This is going to be a quick explanation video for my friends over at FordTrucks.com. Helped me kind of figure out the issues that I got. But I picked up this 2003 Excursion, had it shipped out of Florida to California. Ended up being a nightmare. Ended up having an 05 engine installed in it, swap that wasn't declared, and that turned out to have bad head gaskets, all kinds of host of other problems too. Ball joints were bad, steering box was bad, rear end gear carry bearing was bad, windshield leaked. I mean, just everything was wrong with this thing. Wiring connectors are all broken. Stereo inside was all messed up. The wiring was horrible, but been working on it for about a year and a half. Added the bushwhacker fenders myself, added the cab lights, swapped out for Harley Davidson front headlights, new grille, added a redhead steering box, added hydraulic steering myself to it, did a tricolor rear light conversion from a van so I get the amber lights in there. And then also hooked up the 08 mirrors. They didn't have any wiring done to them when I got it, so I had to go through and add all that, add the lighting into them, and I actually hooked up the lighting so both lights are always on for parking, and then they have a relay built into the system so they'll both cycle out on the blinker. Then for the inside, you can see it's all kind of torn apart. Had to take the headliner out just for more convenience with the stereo system, trying to fix all that, the DVD and the cab lights, CB antennas, scanner antennas, all that. Right now, added also my live wire to it, trying to fix a lot of the wiring that they had and all messed up. You can see just everything was hacked. So what I'm dealing with right now is, after I've got the head gaskets done, I keep having an error code for my Baro sensor, barometric pressure and manifold pressure correlation, or low voltage. So I've been dealing with that for a long time. But things I've done in the engine area, I did the bulletproof diesel EGR cooler, had to rebuild the turbo, that was frozen. Oil filter hat was, or the inside channel was broken. Blue spring mod, the electric fan was bad, wiring was chewed up. Added the coolant filter, also added a pressure sensor to the coolant system so I can see what my coolant pressure is. Let's see, add an hour meter to it. This is what I just did the other day. But also had a lot of problems with the PCM connectors, other connectors down here, other connectors over here. Wiring was all chewed up, so I had to retape all the wiring, repin a bunch of plugs. So what I'm having a problem with right now is when I was taking the battery out to get to all the PCM connectors, I was pulling the battery out, forgot to disconnect the other side, ended up having the positive ground out to the corner of the PCM. So I've got to pull that out and get some numbers off of it, see what's going on with that. But kind of this is what I'm working with right now. It's just been a major headache for over a year and a half now. Still haven't been able to drive it. So I know they were asking for pictures of the interior of the engine to see what was going on there, kind of identify it. You can see it does have the 05 square EGR cooler. And look at the, let me get over here, passenger side valve cover. You can see that the IPC is up on the front. Also 05 sticker on the back. It took me forever to figure out what the engine number was. I'm still trying to figure out what vehicle it came out of, trying to find the mileage on the original. Not the original, but this engine, whatever vehicle it was originally in. Well, I also changed the oil cooler out when I did a coolant flush on it. Well, I had everything apart, clean and painted. As you can see, the tubes and intake. Went back from a high flow K&N filter that it had on it to the stock Donaldson unit, but can't think of much more to really explain about it other than now what I get, and I'll try and start it for you here in a second, is just a bump of the starter when I try and start it. So go ahead and listen. This is what I get now after shorting out the PCM. So that's more than I was getting the other day. Before it was just a single bump and then it would go out. Probably can't see any gauges at all. So that's what I usually get now, just a bump of the starter, and that's it. So this is the headache that I've been dealing with. Hopefully someday it'll get done. I've already missed a summer of family trips, not be able to take it anywhere, so let's see. If there's anything else, I'm just going to post this on my build thread on fordtrucks.com under 6.0 driveway bulletproof list check. So if you got any ideas to help me out, that's where build thread is. Thanks.